Hey there, Postal here. So today we're taking out the P.38 Tier 3 Premium Heavy Fighter on request. So I've got a couple battles for you. I go into what equipment I put on it and other setups. Let's take a look. Alright, so our first Tier 3 battle, let's see, it is actually Tier 3, so that's nice. Unfortunately, we're against the Bulldog, and we'll see how this goes.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
You know what? Let's screw around. I need to figure out the capabilities of this plane, right? So we're not going to just go for the mining facility, and the military base, I should say. Dropping bombs. Turn it around. The gunner's working, so I probably got myself between these two AOs. Ayo! Well, that's pretty heavy hitting 20, as it would be at Tier 3. Oh, no, actually I got between heavy and a light fighter. Okay, I can clearly outspeed the light fighters at Tier 3.
The military base. There are too many enemy aircraft.
Coolio. Alright, so now that we've got that taken care of, let's go head to the military base. Get our boost on. Let's see what the altitude performance of this plane is. A big old frickin' gun. I mean, a Tier 3 anyway, because it's a super heavy hitter. Alright, that rear way is probably what's down there doing the damage. We'll go ahead and take care of him. Take care of him. It takes a pretty long time to overheat. Oh, now that I say that. I'm just gonna move along. Our gunner's pretty strong too. Jeebus, man. Everybody likes this plane. And our bomb should be back up soon. Let's see. I guess we should actually go for the heavy fighter here. Trying to get some shots in on these guys. But the heavy fighter is definitely our priority. .20 cannon at Tier 3 is like just beastly, right? Very cool. Still got our bomb. Seems to be a little bit of a, yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of packet loss there. All the packet loss in the world, holy crap. Good. Drop a bomb here. I'd really like it if I could see what the hell I was aiming at. That's annoying. But we somehow survived, so that's nice. And we didn't crash on the ground, which was probably going to be my biggest pain in the butt there, I guess. Guy's raging in chat that you can already tell when the winner's going to be decided. Pay attention to me.
Our military base is launching strikes on the enemy. This will make things easier for you.
Actually, you can try to, if he doesn't take it as being an a-hole, I'll actually give him some advice. Like, you just gotta pay attention to the map, man. You gotta pay attention to the enemies that are around you. Well, dang, this plane is freaking easy mode, though. Considering this is right out of the box. Now, granted, I do have advanced GOA on this plane. It doesn't work fully being advanced since I'm not specialized, but it's definitely helping the rate of fire. Let's see what we can do here. Got A4N. I probably actually need to be a little wary of that. Get rid of him first, so I don't need to worry about something getting around on my butt. Not gonna worry too much about that heavy as of right now, just because he's still moving off in the distance. So we'll go ahead and get this GA knocked out. And paying attention to the map, making sure he's not turning around. And he's not. I'm just gonna sit here and get all the frickin' GAs as they come in here, because there's nothing stopping us from doing that, right? Bulldog in now. Oh, Bulldog's actually coming after me this time. Oh, we're gonna see exactly how well our rear gunner works. Not quite good enough. Got him pretty low. I could have hit F7 there, but I wanted to see just exactly how long I could survive.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
Pretty darn strong, considering he was close to full health and I was close to no health. So yeah, it's pretty strong rear gunner. Just not strong enough, right? Air supremacy, though, and it didn't even. I really feel like in a tier 3 battle with the planes that are on the enemy team, which is a Weirway and some P-35s, that this plane is 100% dominant. I haven't even tested out the altitude performance on this. How freaking high can it go? Pretty damn high for tier 3 too. Jesus.
There's a heavy storm here.
I mean, it's not, you know, earth-shattering height. It's still 3,700 feet, so what is that? About 1,200 meters or so. But nope.
Great job today. We'll be waiting for you back home.
Well, holy crap. You're at tier 2. You're at tier 2. In a Bulldog, yeah. So being a tier 2 in a Bulldog, if you get stuck against a frickin' P.38, it's going to be pretty difficult. Alright, so second battle in on the P.38. It is still a tier 3 battle, but at least we got Riker on our team. We've got Jet on the enemy team in a specialized P.38. So let's see
Show me what you can do, pilots.
exactly what we get ourselves stuck into here. Jet is an FK, so we know we're going to be in for some heavy gameplay for sure. Let's drop our bomb. These have maneuverability that we've got over things like AOs. Fat cannon on target. Cool, so since I'm headed in this direction already, I'm going to continue heading in this direction. We're up at basically our maximum preferred altitude as far as the tech numbers are concerned over there on the right. I'm sure it can go a lot higher, but we want to... I always put my plane at the highest white altitude whenever I don't know what I'm about to get into. I will definitely, you've seen me go yellow a million times, I'll red. But in those situations, like, I know exactly what I'm up against. I know exactly what I'm running into. And I feel comfortable in that situation. Since I don't know what's going to be over here, I'm not going to just put myself in the yellow for shiggles. So let's see what we're going up against. We got a lot of enemies inbound. Get this key out of the way if I can. Jet inbound. Let's see what we can do here versus him. If anything, being specialized. This other human. Dang it. Hoping to get that guy before Jet killed me. Not a lot I can do against a specialized version of me, right? Did we capture the sector? We did not capture the sector. So, and I'm not just going to get myself stuck in against a specialized version of me. What we will do is we'll spawn here and we will head up north and get their garrison, right? I will definitely try to take on Jet, but not when it's just me versus 4 people. That would be stupid. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Got Rye shooting at me, because, you know, why not? I guess that makes sense. I should get these GAs that are over here. Keep the center. If we can keep the center, if I can get this shot. Let's try not to die here. Yeah, that Rye guy has some, having a bad day, isn't he? On target. We're gonna head over to that garrison. They still haven't gotten that airbase. I'm actually gonna leave that guy alone so we can get the garrison. So let's go ahead and see what we can do versus get this. I gotta get this guy though. He's picking on a human. I kill so many bots, but the human's the one that's gonna cause me the most issues there. This 20mm cannon on target. Kill him here, we can actually get this sector and kill a GA. How cool would that be?
We have control
Excellent.
of all airfields in this area. Tactical superiority achieved.
Let's head back to the comfort of our... I guess we can head over this direction. So this is a prime example. I guess we'll just head back. Yeah, because the game's going to be over soon. This is a prime example of putting your plane where it's best used. So if I just headed back to go kill that, or try to kill that P.38, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. I'm about to let this key kill me, by the way. Give him some consolation.
Victory is close.
Slow down. So if I just let that P.38, if I just went back over to that sector to kill that P.38, I just would have died, right? Nothing good would have come from that. They would have captured that sector, and that would have been the end of the, you know, not the end of the game by any means, but like, it wouldn't have been a good tactic to try to win the game.
Victory is ours. We're waiting
So I
for
put
your
myself
return.
in a position to, you know, actually win the game. And to do that, sometimes you just have to straight up avoid enemy players or enemy planes. If it was a bot P.38, that would have been a different ball of wax. But it was a human, and I'm not messing with that. So let's head back. We'll take a look at the first game first and the second game second. First battle in, was able to get 14 frags. You know, just really dominated that battle. I feel bad for Rye there. I can understand the saltiness for sure. P.38, holy crap. This thing is just straight up overpowered. I've got 1-point pilots, which I haven't done anything with. I have some equipment on here, granted. But I haven't upgraded any of it other than the GOA. It just came as advanced. And this plane was already very much dominant. I wonder how it would be in a tier 4 battle. So we'll try to get a second battle for you guys. Alright, so second battle not necessarily as high on the personal points as the first battle. But I'm going to still post it as I feel like it was a... well, A, it was a good game. But B, it also kind of sets forth some tactics that you may want to use, not just for the P.38, obviously, but for any plane when you get stuck in a situation where you just keep getting your ass handed to you, or you know you're going to get your ass handed to you by an enemy plane. I'm not going to throw myself up against Jet. Jet is a good player. He had some struggles there against the airbase, but I've been in plenty of games with him where he's freaking owned the battle. So I'm not going to go up against the specialized P.38 and waste my energy there and really, in reality, give them that sector. I'll do the same thing very often in other planes where I know that I can't defend myself or I can't win an attack easily enough. And what I mean by that is, could I take down Jet in his P.38? Sure. Could I do it when I'm 2 planes against 6? No. That's just not the smart way to do it. So taking your plane to a different sector and capturing that sector, or trying to capture that sector, is sometimes the best tactic. And it ended up really working for us in this particular battle. And that tactic tends to work more often than not. Or it tends to work more often than just throwing yourself up against a plane that you're going to almost certainly lose a one-on-one engagement with. We had a lot of good help from our P-35. I didn't see him. He wasn't in the chat. He wasn't raging or anything like that, so that's pretty nice. Riker was on our team this time, so kudos to him being able to be on the right team. Yeah, okay. And then, I mean, this guy, like, we're in a tier 3 battle. Okay, so I know that this is about the P-38, and I'll get to the P-38 in just a second. But I gotta take a little sidestep here. What am I looking for? Battle results. He's only 719 games in. Like, look at the planes he's got. The highest he has is tier 4. Like, why are you gonna rage against? He's playing tier 4 and below is not for you, Slayer. Ye of 3,000 freaking games. Tier 4 and below, tier 2 and 3 especially, are for these guys. You know, it's for this guy right here. I think I've seen this guy out on the field before, so I could be messing up his name. So yeah, this guy's 7,000 games in. This guy's 22 games in. I'm gonna he might be a reroll. I don't even know. I don't even care. I'm still gonna GG him. You know what? Because to me, I want more people playing the game, and you raging about your team being crap because they haven't even played 1,000 games yet. Well, guess what? Nobody's freaking golden god below 1,000 games. It's not the way it works. I think at a few hundred games, I was probably at like 55%, and I thought it was hot shit. But guess what? You're still learning a lot to the game. There's a heck of a lot more that I know now than I ever knew it the first time I was grinding down this game. This guy's got up to tier 4. He hasn't even gotten it. He's got to tier 4 and got stomped on a bunch of people with specialized tier 5s and went back down. And I can't blame him. Yeah, I'm actually going to rate him later, but that'll be after I'll try to get some help points. So here's the P.38 out of the box. What's nice about this plane, like a lot of premium planes, it gets a lot more equipment and consumable slots open from the get-go. In fact, specializing this plane, all this will give you is an airframe consumable, which you would use for being able to repair the flaps or give you the pneumatic control assist from time to time. I suspect, I don't think these planes catch on fire very much, so I doubt you'd be putting any kind of engine bleed shenanigans on here. But I would suspect it'd be pretty straightforward on the equipment, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We have, on this plane, you have a 20mm cannon, two 30 cal machine guns up front. You have a two 30 cal machine guns on your turret. You've got a 500-pound bomb that does 4,500 damage at tier 3, which is not insignificant. The bomb takes 2 minutes to reload. So it's not necessarily going to be the focus of our build by any means. Let's get the consumable knocked out first. We're going to use first aid dressing because that's just what I always use. Probably going to start off with engine cooling just to see how we get treated. And universal ammo because I put universal ammo on everything. I suppose I could look here. The boost duration is 20 seconds, so it's not terrible, but it's not wonderful either. So that's why we're going to go with engine cooling. If it was a really long boost duration, like over 30 seconds, or definitely over 40 seconds, I would either put the manual engine restart or improved mixture control. Just based on the plane's game style. If the engines get knocked out all the time, then the engine restart. But that's, again, only if the boost duration is significantly higher. Alright, so now comes down to the nitty-gritty. For equipment, I'm going to start off with a sight just because I don't see any reason in putting a defensive, option on here. Cockpit armor is really going to be better for bombers and GAs in my opinion. I'd rather use my accuracy over my defenses. For engine, this is pretty darn maneuverable actually for a heavy plane. I guess it's tier 3, where if we compare this plane to other tier 3s, do I have any other tier 3 heavies? I've got a freaking Doe 17, which has no maneuverability and a little bit more airspeed. So I guess this plane's bread and butter is probably going to be maneuverability. It's not going to be as maneuverable as something like that. Let's see, do I have a multi-role that I can compare it to? So it's not maneuverability. I mean, it's more maneuverable than other heavies, but it's not as maneuverable as everything else of this tier, right? So I guess we're just going to go for kind of a, well, never mind, I was going to say kind of a balanced build. The fact of the matter is you can't do a balanced build. Either we're going to have airspeed or we're going to have maneuverability. And what is our thought process on this? That's a good question. Let me come back to that and I'll think about it. Forward firing, we can do long range gun barrels or gas operated action. The range of these is actually pretty darn good for tier 3, I would say. So I'm going to go with gas operated action. I've got advanced in the freaking depot. I guess we'll do that because I'm sure we're going to specialize this plane at some point. So for the engine, lightweight power unit or uprated engine, that's the only two options I really see that are worth anything here. We're gonna figure it out. Do I want airspeed? Do I want maneuverability? Well, it is a heavy fighter, so my first thought is let's go ahead and get airspeed on the plane. we may change it out. That's why we're doing this, is because we're going to be changing it out. As far as the nation is concerned, I'm going to leave this as Polish, and we'll go from there. We'll eventually change it maybe. As far as paint is concerned, we'll go ahead and put all the paint on. On the nose, what kind of nose do we want here? Got a, what is that? It's like a griffin or something? I don't even know. I kind of like that one, actually, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And then down here, let's go ahead and... I don't think that's German. It'd probably be... I think it's German, not Polish, so... I could be wrong. Not that that's ever stopped me from putting 4th of July stuff on a Japanese plane. I'm actually going to put the bird on there. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So there we go. We've got our plane tricked out. Let's put the crew training on accelerated crew. Yay! And let's head out to our first battle. Alright, so final assessment of this plane. Damn, it is strong. To the point where it's almost certainly overpowered. I can't definitively say that, just because I don't fly enough tier 3s to say this is overpowered. What I can say is, though, it's very easy to hop into, it's very easy to play, and it's very easy to kill things in it. It kind of sort of reminds me of a tier 3 version of like an SE 100, and I know that's not a complete crossover. There's a lot of differences between those two planes. But the fact of the matter is, it has this really strong 20mm cannon that absolutely tears things up. And it's got a pretty strong rear gunner. There's not 20mm cannon on the rear gunner. It's still very strong. Pretty darn good defense. Obviously, I've got some more tweaking to do once I specialize this plane, which won't take very long, considering it's tier 3. We'll see exactly what I do with the equipment. I think I'm going to be, because the maneuverability seems fine by me, I think I'm going to be trying to maximize the speed. But I could change that up as I run into, other P.38s, like the jet, the P.38 the jet was flying clearly was more maneuverable than me. I don't know if that's because of his equipment or just because he was specialized and his pilots were, next level crazy. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, give me your advice down in the chat below. Did you set yours up for maneuverability or did you set yours up for speed? I'd like to know just to see the community's consensus on it. But yeah, I could see this as my go-to tier 3. Tier 3 heavy at least. You may notice I do not have the FW57. I specifically don't have the FW57 because it's that plane that everybody flies at tier 3, especially if they're flying heavies. But yeah, now I've got this plane, so who the hell needs an FW57? Not this guy. Although, yeah. Anyway. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry for the tier 3 stomps, but hey, sometimes you gotta get some tier 3 stomps. This plane was requested, and so I've gone ahead and, I played it. And it's been a hell of a lot of fun, for sure. I'll play it some more. Have a good one. Bye.